Good morning, everyone. It's almost time. So, if you have joined me a minute early, you can go get 2 blocks or 2 books if you'd like to use them in the practice. I'm not going to be using blocks myself, but if you'd like it, you can bring them to the front and the back of your mat. We're going to start in a few seconds. See if anyone joins us. If you're joining us today, you can send a message that you're here and let us know that you're with us. Good morning, everyone. My name is Adrienne. I'm going to do a short Vinyasa flow as the ones I do at iFitness in Berchem every Friday and Saturday morning. This class is a continuation of the class I started last week. It's a half-an-hour Vinyasa flow that you can add on to the class of last week, if you like, and then you'll have a full hour's practice. I'm not especially using blocks today, but if you would like to use 2 blocks, you can place 1 block at the top of your mat and 1 block at the back of your mat, and place them a little bit away from the mat, yeah? And then you can grab them if you need them. Okay, we're going to start standing today, so I'm standing in the middle of my mat. If you need to rearrange your media to stand in the middle of the mat and face your media, then go ahead and do that. And we're going to stand relaxed with feet hip-width apart, toes stretching out toward the long side of the mat. And just take a few moments to loosen up. Take a few breaths. Maybe you just came out of bed, or you took a shower, or you've been roaming the house for hours. Okay. So you can close your eyes if you like. Stretch out your toes, come over onto the balls of your feet, to the whole half moon of your inner heel and your outer heel. And press into the balls of the feet and the toes and the heels and lift the arches of your foot. So you feel that support coming from the ground up. And as you feel support in the feet, feel the energy moving up from the ground, from the earth into your legs. And drawing up the bottom of the pelvic floor. See if you relax your tailbone slightly down to the floor, your tailbone here. And then drawing the pubic bone slightly upward. And then feeling the breath in the belly. You can bring 1 hand to your heart, 1 hand to your belly, find your heartbeat. Still in there. And find your breath in the belly. And without forcing or changing your breath, just watch where your breath is going. And feel that energy moving up from the feet, through the legs, through the bottom of the pelvic floor, into belly, into rib cage, into the upper chest and shoulders, drawing your chin slightly down to the back of the neck. And you can close your eyes for a second and begin to listen to your breath. Watch your breath, filling up the space of your torso with air, breathing into the lungs, enjoying your breath. And as you exhale, draw your exhale all the way down to the bottom of the pelvic floor. As you inhale, lift your breath up from the bottom of the pelvic floor, through your belly, through your chest, through your shoulders, reaching out through the crown of the head, and exhale. And without sinking in the body, let your breath move to the bottom of the pelvic floor. And you can relax your arms by your sides and slowly open your eyes. We're going to bend the knees very gently and start to roll your shoulders on an inhale and exhale out. And inhale, rolling up, and exhale, rolling down. exhale, come down. And then slowly roll the other way, rolling shoulders forward, head down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. And exhale, look down. You can place your hands on top of your thighs. Slowly move your head to the side. Exhaling when you look over your shoulder. Inhaling in the center. Exhaling over your shoulder. And inhaling in the center. And then slowly begin to stretch your legs. Stretch your arms by your sides and bring your palms up. You can take your feet now a little further wide apart. Your toes are still parallel. So we're going to inhale, lift breath up toward the ceiling, to the crown of your head, and exhale, shoulders come down, bring your palms down and look down. And inhale, lift your palms up, pinkies facing forward to the top of the mat. And exhale, coming down. And inhale, coming up. And this time, exhale, bend your knees, look down. Inhale, stretch your legs, stretch your arms above your head, look up. And exhale, bend your knees, round your upper back and look down. Inhale, lift up, come all the way up. Bring your fingertips together. Then press palms up toward the ceiling, bring your head back into the center. Inhale, lift your shoulders up. And exhale, shoulders down. We're going to inhale over to one side. And exhale out when you get there. And inhale back to center. And exhale over to the other side. And inhale back to center. We do that again, exhaling to the side, and this time you can bend the knee on the side you're moving to, and then slowly come up again. And exhale, bend the knee to the side you're moving your arms to, and slowly come up again. And then we're going to draw the heels a little bit toward each other, maybe take your feet a little further out. And we bend the knees, open the arms to the side. So we're going to start now where we left off in the last class. Only this time we're going to do this a little differently. We're going to flex the heels of the hands now, if you can see my hands. We're going to slowly roll the fingers, so rolling your fingers, and then slowly roll your wrists around. Your knees are bent, your knees are going over the middle of your ankles. Slowly roll your fingers and your wrists around the other way. And then stretch arms above your head again, inhaling. Exhaling this time, keep your legs straight. We're going to bend the elbows. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you draw your elbows toward each other. Bend your knees, look down. Inhale, stretch your elbows out to the side. Cactus pose. Exhale, draw your elbows just parallel, keeping your forearm in the same line, equidistant from each other as you draw your elbows and your wrists in front of your face. And come up, and one more time, spread out your toes, and inhale, and come up again, stretching your arms out to the side. We're going to exhale out and twist a little bit to the side, and twist a little bit to the other side. Come back to center, twist a little bit to the side. Inhale to the center, exhale, twist a little bit to the side. And then we're going to do that a little looser. And then you can start to bend your knees here. So you're just taking a little flippy floppy twisting from side to side. And then bring yourself back into the center. You're going to stretch arms toward the side. So we're going to draw the hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, lift the breath up. Exhale, round your lower back, middle back, upper back. Press your hands away from you. Inhale, lift up toward the ceiling. Look up, lift your shoulders, stretch your torso. And exhale, this time bend your knees when you exhale. Yeah? So inhale, lift your breath up to your heart. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, lift up, lift shoulders. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, lift your breath up. Exhale, round your spine, look down. Inhale, stretch, look up toward the ceiling, and exhale, bend your knees, come down. Inhaling, lifting breath up. Exhaling, rounding. Inhale, come up, and exhale, bend your knees and come down. And we lift the arms back up, stretching, reaching with both legs bent. Coming up. Exhaling to the side. Coming up one more time, reaching. Really stretch out here. Take another breath. Come back into center, very solid on your legs. Over to the other side. Stretch the whole side body. And come back into the center. Stretch both legs. And then we're going to stretch the arms out to the side. So we brought the back toes in a little bit. They don't have to face exactly to the side of the mat. Maybe turn the toes a little bit in, and the front toes turn toward the front of your mat. Arms spread out wide, shoulder height. You can roll your shoulders a little bit. And stand tall in between both legs. Feet are not too wide apart, maybe about 3 or 4 hands apart. And we try to draw the body in the center so you can move a bit from forward and back. And then bring yourself right into the center. Feel if your hip is lifted or on the other side, and see if you can bring both hips under both shoulders. Turn your head, look over your front hand, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to reach as far forward as you can. The bottom hand lightly touches the leg, lifting the top arm up toward the ceiling and keeping your head in the same line with your spine so you don't drop it down. Yeah? And we look up toward the ceiling in Trikonasana, feeling that nice long side stretch. You can lift your toes a little bit off the floor and then spread them out again and look up. Take a breath or two here. Really extend through the spine. Use your energy and build your energy up. And we're going to slowly bend the front knee, bring the front forearm on the front thigh, and heel toe your back foot a little further away, so you have a wider stance. We stretch the top arm over the head, keeping the shoulder blade down the back. We're going to turn the palm of the top hand up toward the ceiling, and reach your top arm all the way down to your top leg, to the thigh. And then turn your palm up again. Inhale, stretch your arm. Reach over your head. You can look to your hand. And then turn your palm away from you toward the ceiling and reach it down. And inhale, lift up with your arm. And exhale, bring your arm down. And inhale, lift up. Last time, and exhale, bringing your arm down. Open your shoulders, shoulder blade down the back, stretching your arm up. We reach all the way to the top of the mat. Bring your left hand down, lift your left heel up, bring your right hand and frame your right foot. And slowly lift your right foot off the mat and stretch your right leg back toward the ceiling, reaching your leg high up into the air. Draw your knee into your chest and step your right foot in between your hands and lift up high. Bring your left foot to your right at the top of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bring your head down. Bend your knees, roll up through your spine, come all the way up to standing. And feel again the length in the bottom of your tailbone moving down, the pubic bone moving upward without tucking under. Slowly, hands in front of the heart, and Samastitihi, we look down. Toes parallel to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift your arms, look up. Exhale, you can bend your knees or keep them straight. Reach over your legs. Draw the lower belly in and relax your head down. Inhaling, lifting up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees. Take the leg that's further away from your media and step it back. Yeah, so you kind of come into a lunge. You take the other leg back and come to a high plank. You're going to stay in high plank and flex your heels and press into the heels back and then press into the toes and press into the heels And come up on the ball of the feet and press into the heels again. And then either with bent legs or straight legs, lower yourself down to the floor for Chaturanga. Opening the shoulders, roll them back, move your hands a little bit back, and lift your toes off the floor, drawing belly off the floor. Lift head in a long line, looking at the top of the mat or right in front of it, and slowly come down. As you inhale again, keeping your hands as far back as you can, drawing elbows toward the ceiling, keeping the shoulder blades wide, come up on your knees, look up. Exhale your hips to your heels and round your spine. Inhale, come up to hands and knees, arch the lower back, round your lower back, tuck your toes under, and lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. So pedal your feet a bit in down dog. If you like, you can walk your feet in a little closer to your hands so that your heels can come to the floor. Fill out your whole back with air, breathing into the back of the lungs and the rib cage. Take one more breath. Exhale out. And inhale, stretch your back leg, the same leg that you stepped back. Reaching back toward the ceiling. Come up on the ball of the other foot, draw your knee into your nose, and step your foot in between your hands. So you're going to come up in a half lunge again. We're going to slowly bring the back heel to the floor, toes turned out just a little bit. We take your forearm, bring it back onto your thighs, stretch your top arm over your head again, and open your chest and your back in extended side angle pose, Utthita Parsvakonasana. And then drawing the shoulder blade down the back, we slowly stretch the front leg. We come to Trikonasana again. And then we lift up, coming back in between your legs. You can turn your front foot in slightly, heel toe your feet in slightly if they've gotten far apart, and turn your palms up toward the ceiling. You're going to inhale, lift both arms up, clasp your fingers, press your arms, look up. Press your fingers, your palms up. And exhale, shoulders down, reaching over to the side. Coming back into center. Reaching over to the side. Coming back into the center. Drawing your heels in again. Opening your arms. Bend your knees as you exhale. Inhale, bring your breath up to your heart. Exhale, round shape, lower back, middle back, upper back. Press your hands away from you. Inhale, lift your arms, come up. And exhale, open your arms, keeping your legs straight. Now you turn the other foot in slightly. Turn your other toes toward the back of the mat and look over your back hand. So we're doing Trikonasana on the other side. We take an inhale. As you exhale, you reach forward. Bring your bottom hand lightly down to the bottom leg. Stretch the top arm up toward the ceiling and look up. And you feel where your neck is, where your head is, if you want to move your head around. And then maybe you want to look down at your toes and feel your ear in line with your shoulder. And then slowly look up toward the ceiling. Then we bend the knee again, which is now the front leg. We're going to take the back leg out a little bit further and stretch the top arm over your head and look up to your hand. And then as you exhale, you bring your hand back down to your thigh. You inhale, bring your palm up, stretch your arm, reach over your head, lift to your hand. Exhale, you turn your hand down. Inhale, you lift your eyes, look up. You can follow your hand if you want with the movement. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. And this is really drawing the shoulder blade down the back. Reaching all the way over toward the back of the mat. Now you bring your hands down either side of your front leg. You're going to scoop that foot off the floor and stretch your leg all the way back. Reaching through your toes and then bend your knee high in the ball of your foot and bring your foot in between your hands. Come up on your fingertips. Bring your feet together at the top of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway.
Exhale, relax over your legs, straighter bent legs. And inhale, lifting all the way up to mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhaling, looking down at your toes, Samasthiti. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Head down. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhaling, bending your knees. You take the leg that's in the back. Bring it back to a lunge. Step your hands to the floor and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high on the balls of the feet, come to a high plank, and your choice, chaturanga, very slowly to the floor, bend your straight legs. Coming down to the floor, roll your shoulders over, stretch out your toes, smooth your hands back. Inhaling, coming up for cobra. Exhaling, coming down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, coming up this time to upward facing dog. Bring knees to the floor, hips to the heels, round your spine. In child's pose. Inhaling up to hands and knees. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Oh, one more time. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Tucking toes under, lifting hips up and back, downward facing dog. Find your dog, maybe walk your feet a little closer again. Draw your ribs in toward each other, draw your belly back. Exhaling out, inhale, stretch your left leg. Could be your left leg, but it's the leg away from your media, your computer screen. You're going to come up high on the ball of your other foot, bend your knee, and draw your foot in between your hands to a lunge again. And you bring your back heel down, bring your front arm over your front leg, and stretch back to Utthita Parshva Konasana, extended side angle pose. Drawing shoulder blade down the back, we take another breath here. And then slowly begin to stretch. You come to Trikonasana again, lengthening through the spine, opening the top side of your ribs up toward the ceiling, and then lifting both arms, bringing yourself in between both legs, both hips, and you draw your front toes in. Maybe heel toe your feet again in parallel, turn your palms up. Inhale, clasp your hands, press your palms up toward the ceiling, lift your shoulders. Exhale, come down. Inhale in center. Exhale, reaching over to the other side. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, come up. Draw your heels together. Bend your knees, arms by your side. Exhaling out. Inhale, lift your arms up to your heart. Exhale, round your back, head down. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, arms out to the side. So, turn your back toes in, front toes toward the front side of the mat. Inhale, look over your hand. Exhaling to Trikonasana, look up toward the ceiling, look up to your hand. Try and feel the neck in line with your spine so it doesn't drop down. Take another breath. Bend your front knee, forearm on your front thigh. Maybe take your back foot out a little bit. Stretch arm over the head. And one more breath here, rotating the rib cage up toward the ceiling. And then reaching down to the floor, hands on either side of your front foot. This is where you might like to have a block under your hands in front of you. And walk your hands forward, lift your back leg up and flex your heel. And as you exhale, bend both knees, bring your knees together, point your toes, round your spine. Inhale, you can come up on your fingertips. Exhale, bending. Inhale, stretching into your heel, lifting your torso a little higher. Exhale, bending. Inhale, stretching. Exhale, bending. And then bring both feet together at the top of the mat. Inhale, coming up halfway, you can slide your hands on your legs if you want. Exhale, your head down. Inhale, lifting arms, come all the way up toward the ceiling. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, lift arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees. Step your other leg back, not the leg you were using. Hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale through high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch your leg toward the ceiling. Bend your knee, draw your knee to your nose. Step your foot in between your hands, come up. And this time you're going to walk to the front of the mat with your fingers on the floor, or you take that block and bring your hands under your fingers. You're going to inhale and come up, and exhale, walk your hands back, either with the block or not. I'm going to shut off my alarm, which tells me that we have a few minutes left. So we come up on the fingertips again. As you inhale, you're going to bend your right knee. Walk your hands all the way over to the right side. This side, yeah? Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, bending the other knee. Walking your hands over to the other side. And then turn to the back of your mat with your foot. Bring your back foot slightly in. And come back to Partial Konasana. You're going to slowly stretch to Trikonasana. We lift and come back up. Bringing your toes together. Inhale, lift your arms, fingers together, press up. Exhale to one side. Inhale and center. Exhale to other side. Inhale and center. Bring your heels a little bit in. Open your arms, bend your knees. Inhale, breath up to your heart. Exhale, rounding over. Inhale, stretching up. Keep your legs straight. And open arms to the side. And now this is the back leg. You turn your toes in, front toes toward the back of the mat. Spread out your arms. Shoulders soft. You look toward your top hand. Inhale. Exhale, reaching to Trikonasana, lifting your arm up. Take a breath. Exhale, bend your knee. Take your back leg out a little bit further. Take another deep breath. Stretch your arm over your head and walk your hands forward to the front of the mat, lifting your leg up, flexing your heel. Then bend your knees. Maybe you want to block on this side, stretching out. This is Warrior 3 preparation. Exhaling, curling up into a little bowl. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. And then bringing both feet together at the back of your mat, bend your knees. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, head down. Inhale, lift arms, come all the way up toward the ceiling. And exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees. Step your other leg back, come to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. You come back to down dog. Take a breath. Inhale, stretch the leg away from your computer. Come up on the ball of your other foot, draw knee to your nose, step foot in between your hands, bring your back heel down, turn your toes out. Come up with your forearm on your thigh, bend your front knee, stretch your arm, come up. And then slowly stretch your leg, Trikonasana, coming back again, turning heels. This time, bring your feet a little closer together, stretch your arms out behind you. Bring your fingers back behind your back like this, or you can hold on to your elbows. Deep breath in, exhaling, reaching over your legs, bringing your head down. Shoulders open. You can bend your elbows slightly if you want. Prasarita Padottanasana, C. And then slowly relax your hands, bend your knees again, and walk your feet in a little closer. And then we're going to come and sit down on the floor. So bring your hands onto your knees, sit up tall. And this was the second part of our Vinyasa class. And perhaps the third part is resting and doing some stretches. Could be next week if we're still in the situation. Let's end our class today by drawing the hands in front of the heart and closing the eyes, drawing the chin down, taking a few breaths here, relaxing the face. Feeling the energy that you've woken up into your body. And then you can slowly open your eyes. And please do take a 5-minute Shavasana now, yes? So come and lie down on your mats if you like. It's really important to take Shavasana, to take a rest. Come on your mat, spread out your legs to the corners of the mat. Bring yourself down to the floor, arms a bit to the side. Make sure you can put the back of your head on the floor. Palms up towards the ceiling and close your eyes. If lower back hurts, you can bring your feet onto the sides of the mat, draw your knees together, and come to Shavasana. It was very lovely having you all here today. If you would like to get in touch with me, please send me a message on my Facebook page or send it to iFitness Berchem. Have a lovely day, and maybe I see you one of these days soon. Namaste.